We bring on Chris Broussard. Let's bring him on the show. He's going to push back on that, baby. All right, Broussard, what do you make about that report for the Warriors and LeBron James?
First of all, congratulations to you and Joy.
Thanks, Chris.
This is great. I'm excited for you guys.
Joy to the world, actually.
Yes,
It's a perfect song today.
Secondly, when you put up that graphic and brought that topic up, I threw up a little in my mouth. I mean, there is no... And I know you want to compare it to our jobs as reporters or journalists or opinionists or Netflix or whatever. Here's the difference. Competition is inherent in sports. That's what sports is about. Competition. You can have one newspaper. I know America's founded on, not having monopolies and, all that. But if you just had one newspaper, one radio station, you still it could be great. If you just have one basketball team or football team or whatever, it can't work. I already last night was texting with players in the league who are like, Durant ruined the league. They're like, this isn't fair. They're going to be 32-6 in the playoffs over the last few years. This is not fair. And some players, they all admit Durant is great and fantastic, Hall of Famer, all that. But some are like, I don't have as much respect for him as you think I should.
Let me tell you.
Because he took the easy way out. That's how some players are looking at it.
You want to know why all those players texting you are rich? Because their owners have to pay them or they'll go across town. That's their leverage. The reality is mobility is why you and I make more than we did 4 years ago.
LeBron's going to, first of all, he'd have to take like the vet's minimum to go to Golden State unless they're breaking up the core, which I wouldn't do.
Everybody bangs on these players. And let me defend NBA guys. Baseball players take every penny. You never see a baseball player go for the win. They go for the money. NBA guys constantly take less to win. Ray Allen.
I'm fine with that. My point, those rings, if LeBron James, the best player in the world, and arguably the best player of all time, went to Golden State, those rings would mean nothing. Nothing. Does Gary Payton, an all-time great, does his ring in Miami, did that change his legacy? No.
No, it didn't.
Alonzo Mourning's? No.
Can't take it from him, though.
All rings are not created equal. Most people don't even remember that Gary Payton won a ring. We think of him in Seattle when he was really great, or even L.A., this would not be a good look.
Okay, let me talk about...
It'd be terrible for the league, and I don't think it'd be a good look for LeBron.
Can
I say one more thing?
Yeah, please do.
One more thing. If I'm LeBron James and the Warriors reach out and say, we want to meet with you, I'd take the meeting. I'd hear him out.
Oh, I always believe in that, yeah.
If I'm LeBron James, I would not initiate the meeting.
Okay.
I think that's a bad look. And if I'm Golden State, I'm saying, I don't even want to meet with you. I'm putting it in his head for wherever he goes next year. Now, look, we pounding on you. We don't need you. We got what we have right now, and nobody's taking it. Put it in his head. We don't need you. Don't let him start thinking, oh, we got this much respect. We want you to come. Just leave it in his head that, nah, we dogs, all right? We some dogs up here in the Bay. We don't need you.
I really like that take.
That's what I think they should do.
I like this new Chris Broussard, this aggressive dog, Chris Broussard, because I think that's actually a brilliant take.
I do have a feeling on where LeBron should go.
Okay, tell me.
And it's changed.
Oh, what do you mean changed?
I've always said, the last month I've been saying Philly. And I'm fine with that. I think there needs to be a sit-down, heart-to-heart talk with LeBron and Ben Simmons and their agent, Rich Paul.
For the record, they fired Brian Colangelo. I believe that's because they want to clean the deck. They know LeBron this morning is already thinking about the next chapter.
It's interesting because Rich Paul, who's the agent for Ben Simmons and LeBron, he has a very good relationship with Brian Colangelo. Very good. He also has a very good relationship with their owners. So they could know what he's thinking. I don't know how LeBron feels about Brian Colangelo, but if they want to handpick a GM, this could be the perfect opportunity. But like I said, they need to have that sit down. And LeBron, I've been told he wants to play off the ball. They need to talk about that.
Yeah.
Because with Kyrie, he handled it maybe 60% of the time.
Yeah.
With Ben Simmons, I think he should handle it maybe 10% of the time and let Ben handle it the rest. If LeBron's willing to do that and can do it, I think that's still a good look. But if not, I don't think he should go there because Ben Simmons would be pretty worthless.
So where is your place?
My place, I don't think he'll do it, but this is where LeBron James should go basketball-wise. San Antonio. I was saying that earlier in the year. I got off it because I just didn't think he'd do it. Now, I'm assuming Kawhi Leonard, they work things out. They're going to have a sit-down. They're going to work things out, offer him the Supermax, and then LeBron should go to San Antonio because I guarantee you, I am guaranteeing, if LeBron James goes to San Antonio and Kawhi Leonard's there, he will at least win one more ring. At least one more
Who's
ring.
their backcourt, though?
It doesn't matter. Patty Mills, Danny Green. These are guys that couldn't play anywhere else in the league. And with respect to Danny, because he's become a really good player. But when he was in Cleveland, he wasn't even getting off the bench. So he goes to San Antonio. He's a starter on a championship team.
Chris Paul and Harden, Stephen Clay. I got Patty Mills.
San Antonio beat Harden 2 years ago. And this year they won 47 games without Kawhi Leonard. I mean, LeBron, LaMarcus, Kawhi, and then you throw in, they got DeJounte Murray, Patty Mills, Gary, whoever.
Those sound like a bunch of end tables to me.
But that's what they do. Matt Bonner was legit in San Antonio. That's what they do.
Nobody disses Matt Bonner on this show as far as I'm concerned.
This is the first time all the guys we compare LeBron to, Magic, Jordan, Kobe, Shaq, Duncan, they all had an all-time great coach for significant stretches of their
That's
career.
fair. By the way, all great quarterbacks have had a great coach. It's amazing. You start going through the great quarterbacks, you can't find one without a great coach.
There you go.
Shula,
LeBron
Marino.
he's had good coaches.
Okay.
Hasn't had the all-time great.
Okay,
That's where it should go.
let me just throw this out there. And I think I said this. A story broke yesterday. Two things happened yesterday I found suspicious. Adrian Wojnarowski, Woj, comes out with a Lakers story, and I can't figure out what the hell he's trying to say in the Lakers story. It was almost like, and I respect him a lot. I don't know your relationship, but we know he breaks a lot of stories.
We're good. Yeah,
okay.
We're good.
He comes out with a LeBron needs to talk to Paul George story, and I'm like, okay, what? Somebody'd asked him to write a little story about that, and that's kind of what we do. You attract more sources, more bees with honey than vinegar. So he wrote a story. It didn't really have a conclusion. That came out on the same day that a source said that multiple executives in Los Angeles, not necessarily Laker fans, have said LeBron's coming here. It feels like L.A. is got some pull on him, doesn't it?
No, it does feel that way.
It does. Degree. I'm not saying it's the best basketball move, Chris, but you're tied into this league. You know all his boys. L.A. feels like it's got some momentum.
Well, look, he lives out here, as do a lot of players. They would be very good. You know, if he goes there with Paul George,
of course,
they would. You could look at that team and say we have a shot.
Absolutely,
wouldn't be like he'd be going somewhere and they wouldn't have a shot. I don't think it's the best basketball move, but you know, it worked. Look, LA's a great place. He's got his boys. I think his youngest is about to enter high school, or his oldest about to enter high school. So you're looking at where you want to spend at least the next 4 years. Look, I couldn't be mad at him for going to the Lakers. Okay. I'd only be mad at him if he went to Golden State. I don't even know if mad is the right word, but I'd be severely disappointed.
Let me say this.
Otherwise,
there's a lot of reasons to leave Cleveland. If I listed all of them for you, what's the number one reason why he just can't bring himself to come back?
I think the number one would have to be that they don't have the pieces to put together a championship team. Now, I know the relationship with the owner, Dan Gilbert, is up there too, but I would say he doesn't have a ton of time left. As great as he is, and he's still playing at the top of his game.
I don't think the best GM in the league could take these contracts. They don't have team options.
Exactly. They don't have the means to get better. And it's Cleveland, so it's not like players are going to want to go there. You know, they might want to go play with you, but it's still Cleveland. And they're not taking less money to go there.
Yeah. Chris Broussard, good seeing you, bud. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.